we're talking about one of the most powerful words that you can say. And if you haven't already read today's description, one word, what would you say is the most powerful word that you can say? Come on, give me some suggestions. If you had to pick one word, what would you feel is one of the most powerful words that you can say? If you didn't already look at the description, don't cheat now. If you didn't already read the description of what the word was for today, if you had to just pick one word, what is one of the most powerful words that you feel can be said? Come on, I need to see you. Give me some feedback. What are one of the most powerful words that you feel you can say? I was talking this morning to Bishop Hackton. We were talking about universe, which means one word. For somebody, that might be one of the most powerful words that you can say. Jesus, yes. Bootsy said Jesus. Somebody said love. I was at church last night and they were saying the most powerful word you can say, give God the highest praise, which is hallelujah. Another person said that the highest, one of the most powerful words you can say is thanks or thank you or thanks. That form of thanksgiving is one of the most powerful words that you can say. I'm going to shock you a little bit today. And I'm going to tell you one of the most powerful words you can say is my. M-Y. One of the most powerful words that you can say is my. M-Y. I believe the two most powerful words are I am, but I believe one of the most powerful words that you can say is my. When Jesus had this awakening in consciousness, what he said is that I must be about my Father's business. He took ownership. He said, I must be about my Father's business. And throughout Jesus's ministry, he used that word my, and it was so powerful. Even on the cross, he said, my God, why have you forsaken me? He got personal with it. He personalized it by saying my. Also, he said as well, I got to be about my Father's business. And he says, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves. Again, quoting that Old Testament scripture with the word my in it. I desire to sensitize you to the word my in your life, and to be careful what you attach my to. Come on, let me say that to you. Be careful what you attach the word my to. Pulley point number one. When you say my, you're saying ownership. My means ownership. So anything that you don't desire to own, don't say my, because my means ownership. It belongs to me, I belong to it. Whenever you use the word my, you are saying that it is ownership. And anything that you do not desire to own, do not say my. Do not put my in front of it. All right? Pulley point number two. When you use the word my, not only do you give it ownership, but you also give it permission to occupy in your life. My means ownership. Pulley point number one. My means occupancy. Anything that you say is my, that you put my in front of, you're saying that it has permission. It has permission to occupy space in your life. Whenever you say my, you give it permission to occupy space in your life, space in your thoughts, space in your words, space in your actions. So be careful whenever you attach the word my to, because you give it the right to occupy, to live in your life, to be a part of your life, because you've owned it and claimed it as mine. And anything that you do not desire to have occupancy in your life, anything that you do not desire to have resident in your life, do not attach the word my to it. All right? So pulley point number one, my means ownership. Whenever I say my, I am giving ownership, meaning that it belongs to me, I belong to it. Pulley point number two, whenever you say my, you give it permission to occupy. You give it occupancy. You give it a permit. You say you can live here because it's mine. It's mine. So therefore you can live here. You can be here. You can occupy space in my life. All right. Pulley point number 3 is that when you say mine, not only do you give, are you saying occupancy, not only are you saying ownership. Pulley point number 1 was ownership. Pulley point number 2 is occupancy. Pulley point number 3 is operation. Not only do you give it permission because you own it, not only do you give it permission to occupy, but you give it permission to operate in your life. Look at the things that are operating in your life and look at how much of that operation is happening because you said it was yours. Mine, mine. Whenever you attach the word mine to it, you are saying you have ownership of it. You are saying it can occupy space in your life. And you are saying that it can operate. It has your permission to operate in your life. Anything that you don't own does not have to be occupied in your life. If you don't call it mine, if you don't say mine, it does not have permission to occupy space in your life. Anything that you do not desire to operate in your life, it does not have to operate if you do not attach the word mine to it. And I've worked with people with healing. And I say, one of the things that I need you to do, if we're going to heal your body, physician, heal yourself. If you desire healing to manifest in your body, you've got to stop saying my cancer, my diabetes, my heart disease, my kidney disease, my liver disease. If you desire healing, you've got to stop saying that cancer belongs to you. You got to stop saying that kidney disease belongs to you. And you've got to stop saying that diabetes belongs to you. You got to stop saying that fibromyalgia belongs to you. Any type of sickness, pain, disease, discomfort, dysfunction, stop saying mine. You know, my high blood pressure. Well, you know, my sugar is up today. You know that my cancer is really not in remission. Whenever you say mine, you are owning it. You're giving it occupancy in your life, and you are allowing it to operate. I was working with someone, and they were being healed of COPD, and I said, stop saying my CPOD, because as long as you keep claiming it as your own, then you're not going to be able to manifest healing because you keep giving it permission to occupy in your life. You keep giving it permission to operate in your life because you keep owning it by saying my COPD. And so stop saying my and say the high blood pressure, the cancer, the COPD, the diabetes. Take my out of the equation and say the. The gives the idea that it's passing through. It did not come to stay, but it came to pass. It's not mine. I don't own it. It does not have permission to occupy in my life. It does not have permission to operate in my life because it's not mine. It is something that is passing through me, but I do not own it, and it shall not continue to operate in my life. So I'm telling you today, if you desire to be healed, change this one little word from mine and say the or this. Bishop Hacker said this. So take the ownership out of it, because as long as you keep owning it, it will be attached to you. As long as you keep owning it, it will operate in your life. As long as you keep owning it, it will occupy space in your life. And the same thing as it relates to prosperity. If you desire to prosper, stop saying my debt. Stop saying my limited resources. Stop saying my fixed income. Take mine off of it and begin to affirm increase and abundance and overflow and more than enough. Stop saying that, that is my financial challenge. It's the financial challenge. It's this financial challenge, because I do not own it. I do not give it permission to occupy space in my life. I do not give it permission to operate in my life. So I'm going to stop saying my, because as long as you say my and you own it, it owns you. It's a part of you, and it operates in your life. I'm trying to help you be healed today. I'm trying to help you prosper today. I'm trying to help you live your best life and be your best self. And I know it may sound like it's just a 2-letter word. It's no big deal. It is a big deal. Death and life and the power of your tongue. The words that you speak, they are spirit and they are life. Every word that you speak has a vibration to it, has an energy to it. Every word that you speak, it creates. So when you keep saying my, you keep creating it and recreating it in your life. Start saying start saying this, and see yourself without the cancer. When you say the cancer or this cancer, that means that I can see myself without it. When I say the high blood pressure, it means that I can see my life without it. That it's not attached to me. It's not connected to me. It does not belong to me. I do not possess it. It does not possess me. I release it and I let it go. Stop saying, in terms of my hurt and my pain and my disappointment and all of those things, because you keep yourself in the energy of that negative energy, and it keeps you in that space. It keeps you in that place because you keep owning it. And so people are laying hands on you to be healed, and you go right back with mine. And people are speaking healing in your life, and you go right back with my depression, my anxiety, my suicidal ideation, my stress, my pressure. And as you keep saying that, you keep recreating it in your life. You keep owning it. You keep giving it permission to occupy space in your life. You keep giving it permission to operate in your life. So anything that's not positive, anything that you do not desire, stop attaching my to it. And if the things that you do desire, begin to attach my to it. My faith looks up to thee. Thou Lamb of Calvary, my love, my joy, my peace, my health, my prosperity, my increase, my abundance, my overflow, my more than enough. Attach mine to that which you desire to own, that which you desire to occupy in your life, and that which you desire to operate in your life. So just like I am, you only attach it to that which is positive. Follow Jesus' example as our way shower. And when he said my, he talked about my God. When he said my, he talked about God's house. He talked about his relationship with God. So follow his example and say what Jesus said. Do what Jesus did. Be who Jesus was. And be careful what you attach my to. I love you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much for being a part of the Daily Download. Share this on your page with somebody else and say, my. You got to be careful what you attach my to. That's our word for today. That's our focus. Clean up your language. Clean up your words today. And be conscious of the words that you say out of your mouth. My. Anything that is good is mine. Anything that is uplifting, whatever is positive, whatever is productive, whatever is I desire more of, that is what I will attach mine to. Until tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I don't know what you call them, but I call them way shower. I call them my example of what it means to be fully human and fully divine. Come on, claim it. My car, my house, my property, my raise. Come on now, my degree, my healthy family, my balanced life. Come on, give me some more my words. Come on, attach some my to some things. Just in this minute, it's time to do some my attaching today. It's time to own some stuff. It's time to allow some stuff to occupy in your life. It's time to allow some positive things to operate in your life. It is time for the my experience to start with those words my, and make sure that you are owning it when you say my. If you don't desire to own it, if you don't desire it to operate in your life or to occupy in your life, stop using the word my. That's right, my romance. I love it. My prosperity. That my is one of the most powerful words that you can say, so use it consciously. I love you. God bless you. I got to go because I got to give a shorter version of this message on my personal page, DeVar Pulley, and a 1-minute version of this message on YouTube, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Twitter. So I got to go. I love you. God bless you. Until tomorrow morning at 6:30. My.